Starting off at number 1, we have the incredible Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, which perfectly captures the feudal Japan aesthetic we are all looking for. This open-world masterpiece follows Jin Sakai as he defends his home from a Mongol invasion and forces you to choose between the honorable path of the samurai or the stealthy way of the ghost. The combat is incredibly fluid, allowing you to switch stances on the fly to counter different enemy types, while the visual presentation is breathtaking, with wind guiding your exploration across the island. Every duel feels personal and cinematic, making it the absolute best experience for anyone waiting for the next Assassin's Creed title on PC. Next up at number 2 is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, which offers a much more punishing but rewarding combat experience, set in a mythical version of the Sengoku period. You play as a shinobi named Wolf, who is armed with a prosthetic arm and a katana, embarking on a mission to rescue his kidnapped lord. The gameplay focuses heavily on the posture system, where deflecting attacks is just as important as landing your own strikes, creating a rhythmic clash of steel that is unparalleled in gaming. While it lacks the traditional RPG elements of leveling up stats, the progression comes from your own mastery of the mechanics, making every victory against its terrifying bosses feel entirely earned. Coming in at number 3, we feature Nioh 2 The Complete Edition, which dives deep into Japanese mythology and complex action RPG mechanics. This game allows you to create your own character, who is a half-human, half-supernatural yokai warrior, capable of unleashing devastating demonic attacks. The loot system is incredibly deep, offering endless combinations of weapons, armor, and skills to build your perfect samurai or ninja playstyle. You will face off against gruesome demons from folklore in mission-based levels that are designed to test your reflexes and strategic planning. It is a faster and more aggressive take on the Souls-like genre that rewards aggression and careful stamina management. Moving on to number 4, we have Wo Long Fallen Dynasty, which takes the fast-paced combat formula to the Three Kingdoms era of China, but fits the vibe perfectly. The game emphasizes a deflection mechanic called the Spirit Gauge, where aggressive play and perfect timing allow you to unleash powerful martial arts attacks. You fight alongside legendary historical figures and battle massive mythological creatures in a dark fantasy retelling of history. The level design encourages exploration and verticality, allowing you to approach encounters with stealth or full frontal assaults. It is an adrenaline-fueled experience that makes you feel like a martial arts master with every perfectly timed counter. At number 5 is the historical drama Like a Dragon Ishin, which transports the familiar Yakuza formula to the Bakumatsu phase of late Edo period Japan. You step into the shoes of Sakamoto Ryoma, a real historical figure, who looks exactly like Kiryu Kasuma as he seeks revenge and tries to change the future of the country. The combat system features 4 distinct styles, including swordsman, gunman, and wild dancer, allowing for varied and flashy battles. The story is a gripping political thriller, full of betrayals and alliances, typical of the franchise, but set against a fascinating historical backdrop. It balances serious narrative beats with absurdly entertaining side content that the series is known for. For number 6, we have Sifu, which is a modern martial arts game that captures the essence of mastery through repetition and aging mechanics. You play as a young kung fu student on a path of revenge, hunting down the assassins who killed your family. Every time you die in the game, your character ages up, becoming stronger in damage output, but having less health, which adds a unique layer of strategy to your run. The combat is brutal and grounded, requiring you to utilize the environment and manage crowds of enemies with precise parries and strikes. It is a visually striking game with a distinct art style that feels like playing through a classic high-octane martial arts movie. Sitting at number 7 is Trek to Yomi, which is a cinematic side-scrolling action game that pays homage to classic samurai cinema of the 50s and 60s. The game is presented entirely in black and white with a film grain effect that makes every frame look like a piece of art. Combat is straightforward yet satisfying, focusing on timing and positioning as you slice through bandits and supernatural entities. The narrative follows a young swordsman named Hiroki, who journeys into the underworld to fulfill a vow to his dying master. It is a shorter experience than others on this list, but its atmosphere and dedication to its aesthetic make it a unique and memorable journey. At number 8, we present Aragami 2, which is perfect for players who prefer the stealth aspects of the ninja fantasy over direct confrontation. You play as an undead warrior with the power to control shadows, using them to teleport and remain unseen while eliminating enemies. The levels are open sandboxes that allow for multiple approaches, whether you want to be a ghost who leaves no trace or a demon who clears the entire map. You can play solo or team up with friends in co-op to tackle missions and unlock new gear and abilities. The movement is incredibly fluid and satisfying, giving you a true sense of power and agility as you navigate the vertical environments. Coming in at number 9 is Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, which is a hardcore tactical stealth game set in the Edo period. You control a team of 5 specialists, including a ninja, a samurai, a geisha, a trapper, and a sniper, each with unique abilities that must be combined to succeed. The gameplay is viewed from an isometric perspective and requires careful planning and coordination to take down enemies without raising the alarm. It is a game of patience and precision, where saving and loading your game becomes part of the tactical loop. The beautiful environments and intricate level design offer a challenging puzzle experience that is incredibly satisfying to solve perfectly. For number 10, we have Total War Shogun 2, which is the ultimate strategy game for anyone obsessed with Japanese history and large-scale warfare. You choose one of the major clans of the Sengoku Jidai and attempt to unite Japan under your rule through diplomacy, economics, and real-time battles. The battles are massive spectacles where thousands of samurai, archers, and cavalry clash on the field under your direct command. The campaign map requires strategic thinking as you manage your provinces, recruit armies, and deal with the changing seasons and family politics. It remains one of the most beloved entries in the Total War series due to its focused design and atmospheric immersion. Moving to number 11 is Middle-earth Shadow of War, which shares the same DNA as the Assassin's Creed series with its open world, parkour, and combat. Set in the Lord of the Rings universe, you play as Talion, a ranger who shares his body with an elven wraith, granting him supernatural abilities. The standout feature is the Nemesis system, which creates procedurally generated orc enemies that remember your encounters and evolve based on your actions. You can build your own army of orcs to assault massive fortresses and conquer different regions of Mordor. The combat is fluid and rhythmic, allowing you to take on dozens of enemies at once with sword and spectral power. And number 12, we feature The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, which sets the gold standard for open-world role-playing games with its storytelling. While the setting is different, the depth of the world and the quality of the side quests will appeal to any fan of massive adventure games. You play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster slayer for hire, searching for his adopted daughter in a war-torn world filled with beasts and political intrigue. The combat involves a mix of swordplay, alchemy, and magic signs that you must prepare before tough encounters. It is a massive game where your choices have real consequences that ripple throughout the story and the world around you. Coming in at number 13 is Cyberpunk 2077, which offers a futuristic take on the open-world formula with plenty of options for melee and stealth. You explore Night City, a massive neon-soaked metropolis where you play as V, a mercenary outlaw chasing a unique implant that is the key to immortality. You can build your character to specialize in using katanas and reflex boosters, effectively becoming a cybernetic samurai in a high-tech world. The narrative is deeply immersive, and the city is packed with detail and stories to discover around every corner. It offers incredible freedom in how you approach missions, whether through hacking, stealth, or brutal combat. For number 14, we have the massive hit Elden Ring, which brings the open-world formula to the Soulsborne genre in a spectacular way. You explore the lands between, a vast and mysterious world filled with dungeons, secrets, and terrifying bosses designed by Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin. You can easily build a samurai character, starting with the class explicitly and finding various katanas and Eastern armor sets throughout the game. The freedom of exploration is unmatched, allowing you to ride your spectral steed in any direction and discover challenges at your own pace. It is a challenging and awe-inspiring adventure that redefines what an open-world action RPG can be. Sitting at number 15 is Monster Hunter Rise, which brings the addictive loop of hunting giant beasts to a setting heavily inspired by Japanese folklore. You explore seamless maps using the wire bug mechanic to swing through the air and mount monsters, giving you incredible mobility in combat. The village of Kimura is deeply rooted in ninja and samurai aesthetics, and the monsters themselves are based on classic yokai demons. The combat is deep and technical, with 14 different weapon types to master, each with its own unique moveset and playstyle. It is fantastic for both solo play and teaming up with 3 other hunters to take down the toughest creatures. At number 16, we present NARAKA BLADEPOINT, which transforms the battle royale genre into a high-flying martial arts spectacle focused on melee combat. Up to 60 players fight to be the last one standing, using a grappling hook to traverse the map with incredible speed and verticality. The combat system is a rock-paper-scissors mechanic of basic attacks, charged attacks, and parries that is easy to learn but hard to master. You can choose from a roster of heroes with unique skills and ultimates that can turn the tide of battle in an instant. The visual style is vibrant and distinct, drawing heavily from Eastern fantasy and mythology to create a unique atmosphere. Moving on to number 17 is Fate Samurai Remnant, which is an action RPG set in the Heian era of the Edo period. You play as Miyamoto Iori, a masterless samurai who gets caught up in a supernatural battle royale known as the Waxing Moon Ritual. The game combines hack-and-slash combat with exploration of historical towns, where you can interact with cats and dogs and eat local cuisine. You fight alongside servants, who are powerful heroic spirits from history and legend, capable of unleashing devastating magical attacks. It offers a gripping narrative that blends real history with the fantastical lore of the Fate universe in a compelling way. For number 18, we have Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which delivers the most over-the-top, high-octane sword action you will ever experience. You control Raiden, a cyborg ninja who can cut through virtually anything in the game world using his high-frequency blade. The blade mode mechanic allows you to slow down time and precisely slash enemies and objects in hundreds of tiny pieces in real time. The soundtrack is legendary, with dynamic rock and electronic music that intensifies as the boss battles reach their climax. It is a short but incredibly sweet action game that creates moments of pure hype that few other games can match. Coming in at number 19 is NieR Automata, which is a masterpiece of storytelling and action that blends multiple genres seamlessly. You play as 2B, an android combat unit fighting to reclaim Earth from machine life forms for humanity who have fled to the moon. The combat is fast and fluid, designed by Platinum Games, allowing for stylish combos with swords and pods that fire projectiles. The story delves into deep philosophical themes about what it means to be human and requires multiple playthroughs to fully understand the narrative. The world is hauntingly beautiful and accompanied by one of the greatest soundtracks in video game history. At number 20, we feature Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition, which offers a vibrant post-apocalyptic open world filled with robotic creatures. You follow Aloy as she travels to the dangerous frontier of the Forbidden West to find the source of a mysterious blight killing the land. The combat involves using a variety of bows, slings, and traps to dismantle massive machines, piece by piece, in tactical battles. The game is visually stunning on PC, with incredible detail in the environments and character models that brings the world to life. It combines exploration, platforming, and action into a polished package that is a joy to experience from start to finish. For number 21, we have Dragon's Dogma 2, which is a single-player, narrative-driven action RPG that lets you choose your own experience. You play as the Arisen, a champion whose heart is stolen by a dragon and must explore a vast fantasy world to reclaim it. The combat is physical and interactive, allowing you to climb on top of giant monsters to attack their weak points, or use magic to alter the battlefield. You are accompanied by pawns, who are AI companions that learn from your playstyle and can be shared with other players online. The game encourages exploration and experimentation with a physics system that allows for creative solutions to problems. Sitting at number 22 is God of War Ragnarok, which concludes the Norse saga of Kratos and his son Atreus with an emotional and epic journey. You travel across the 9 realms, battling Norse gods and monsters, while dealing with the impending threat of Ragnarok. The combat is visceral and satisfying, mixing the frost axe and blades of chaos with new abilities and elemental attacks. The storytelling is top tier, with incredible performances and a camera that never cuts away, keeping you immersed in the action at all times. It is a masterpiece of design that balances spectacular set pieces with intimate character moments perfectly. At number 23, we present Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, which reimagines one of the most iconic RPGs of all time for a modern audience. You play as Cloud Strife, a former soldier turned mercenary who joins an eco-terrorist group fighting against a corrupt mega-corporation. The combat system is a brilliant hybrid of real-time action and turn-based command selection that feels both modern and strategic. The city of Midgar is expanded with incredible detail, and the characters are fleshed out with new dialogue and story beats. It captures the spirit of the original game while offering a completely new and fresh experience for fans and newcomers alike. Moving to number 24 is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which continues the story of Cal Kestis as he fights to survive in a galaxy ruled by the Empire. The game expands on the Souls-like combat of the first title, introducing new lightsaber stances, including a dual-wield and crossguard style. The exploration is fantastic, with large open zones that encourage you to use your Jedi powers to traverse the environment and solve puzzles. The story is dark and mature, exploring the struggles of a Jedi on the run and the lengths he will go to protect his friends. It is the ultimate Jedi fantasy game that makes you feel powerful while still offering a challenge. Finally, at number 25, we have Hogwarts Legacy, which fulfills the dream of exploring the wizarding world in a massive open-world action RPG. You create your own student at Hogwarts in the 1800s and attend classes, learn spells, and uncover an ancient secret. The combat is surprisingly deep and flashy, allowing you to chain together spells and potions to defeat dark wizards and magical beasts. You can fly around the castle and the surrounding highlands on a broomstick, exploring iconic locations and discovering hidden secrets. It is a magical experience that offers an incredible amount of freedom and immersion for fans of the universe.